Hey, good evening. Rich Pasini here. Today is October 10th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm just doing some small talk. Nothing, very informal thing here. The reseller news, I was hoping to get to it earlier today, but I had to run out and do some errands. So, needless to say, I was not able to do it just yet. It's going on 9 p.m. here. I'm on the East Coast of New York. And I just want to wing it. Just have a talk with you guys, whatever. Just share the day with you. And, well, before I get started, I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today, I am filming, or I should say, doing my video using Filmora 9.2 version. I don't think I mentioned it yesterday. I was going to in my video today. Yesterday I was using the Filmora. For those who don't know, but I use Filmora, the 8.76 version, to do all my video recording, and I still am. That still is my number one. But I figured today, let me try the 9.2 version. Supposedly it's supposed to be more faster, uploading and all that other stuff. It's supposed to be a little more intuitive and a little bit better than the previous version, which I still like, the 8.76 version. But anyway, what happened was I had all my media files in there, and when I went to go back to it, when I getting ready to do a video, all the media files disappeared. It's like poof, they're all gone. So with that, let the search begin. I had to let the search begin. I went on to Google and I typed in how do you replace or restore the media folders or media files in your media folder, and lo and behold, they said, the way I only went to a couple because I was so upset last night with thinking about it, because it's a lot of work, putting pictures in there, setting up all your folders, subdirectories, whatever in there, and needless to say, I had to redo it all over again. Thank God they were backed up on another drive, another directory. Where I just had to copy and paste everything, but it's such a nuisance. And this ain't the first time it happened with Filmora 8.76 version. It happened another time before. I was sitting there getting ready to do a video, and I'm sitting there saying, what happened to all my files? They're all gone. My videos, the ones I do with the backdrops and stuff like that. And I said to myself, they're all gone. I go, I can't believe this. They're gone, But, so needless to say, I was doing that late last night. I was tired. I was really annoyed and upset that happened. You could hear my grandfather clock going off back there. It's 9 p.m. So I'm kind of doing this late too. Also, I have my cup of Joe over here. If you don't mind me drinking it right quick. You could do that when it's not too hot. Yeah, I put that. I did this earlier. I had that cup a little earlier. Anyway, so that's what's going on with that part there. Also, I had this little woman's watch here. It's a little gold Bulliver watch. See this here? It's nice, right? It's pretty nice. It's gold plated. Oh, my webcam doesn't really focus in too good. I don't think I have to invest in a new web. If I ever get this, if I could ever get my my YouTube channel to get 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna start a Patreon account, and maybe I know I talked about this once before, and maybe maybe I will set up a Patreon account where if people want to support my channel, I will update and buy newer stuff there, new equipment. As far as like that part goes, I don't know. People might say a webcam, you really need support for it, but I'm just saying that who knows? Maybe I'll buy better stuff with the what if I can get some support for it. But I got to get to 1,000 subscribers first before I get put in for a Patreon account. Let alone when you get 1,000 subscribers, there's other little perks that go with it. It's for those who are or not familiar with the YouTube. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, they had it back. I don't know if it was last year. I think it was last year that YouTube changed their requirements as far as like to be monetized. And for those who are not familiar with monetize, if you're a person just starting out, or you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Back then, I think I only had 100 subscribers back then, and my channel was was monetized, and I always see the little green dollar signs there. And believe it or not, the real sad and upset thing about it though is when I look back back then, and I contacted them YouTube, and I don't think they were fair about this here, as far as I'm concerned. If YouTube is listening, I'm sorry. If you want to look into it, you're more than welcome to. But I know I had money due to me there because I looked at my account, the amount that was supposed to be due to me, and I inquired about it, and they never even gave it back to me. They never even got back to me as far as saying, well, you're not entitled to it, or this, that, and the other thing, whatever. I didn't even get any explanation and stuff, but basically it was like freebie. Because my channel was monetized, and if I'm not mistaken, I think I had ads on there. Yes, I did. I had ads on there, and it had AdSense set on there, and there was money there. I don't know if it was like $300, whatever it was, three and change, but it's money. I'm saying money's money. And that's what I think that was the estimated amount I was supposed to get, something along that line there. But needless to say, I didn't get it. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I said before in my other videos as well. Now they anteed up they changed the requirements and anteed up the threshold. You got to have 4,000 hours of watch time, and you got to have 1,000 subscribers in order to have your channel monetized. Now, it doesn't mean because you get your channel monetized and you get 1,000 subscribers, it doesn't mean money's going to flow in. It could be really cheap, I heard. So like in other words, for the amount of money you're going to get for it. But then again, if you look at some of the people, like if you do go on YouTube or even YouTube and type in a search engine, how much do people make off of YouTube? You're going to hear people telling you all different amounts. Now, one guy said he made $3,000 in 1 month. Another person said he made a couple $100s a month. So I don't know, But the thing I'm saying is with this here is as far as like with my YouTube channel, I really would like to have like a support system where if we could if people come to my channel, like such as yourselves or the subscribers here, and if you could refer me to another one, in other words, like share my YouTube channel with another person, another YouTube creator out there, that'd be great. And kind of like have like a relay thing. This way help us hopefully sooner the better to grow. It's because to be honest with you, it's taken a long time for this channel to grow. I mean, really. People say, well, you got 526 people, but yeah, I get 2, I lose 2. I gain 3, I lose 3. I don't know if it's the content or it's me. And here's the funny thing about it. There's a lot of flip side to it, like when it comes to YouTube. I'll give you an example. I was listening to a YouTube creator that had a thing. I don't like to mention names all the time, and they were doing like a little show there, a little broadcast about other YouTube other YouTube creators, and one creator, I don't know, I don't remember the name. I'd have to go back and look at my history thing there, and the person said, I started my YouTube channel in 2012, and he goes, I didn't actually start posting videos till 2016. That's me all the way, because I started my YouTube channel when I registered, signed up with them. It was July of 2013. I think it was July 27, 2013, or something like that. And I didn't actually start getting more into it until 2016. I started getting heavy into it when I lost my job due to a layoff back in June of 2016. That's when I started, hey, that's what I said to myself. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to make it work. And, I'm going to stick to it. Good, bitter, and different. If I get subscribers, I lose them, I get them, whatever. Eventually, there are people that are going to hit my channel, and hopefully they'll like me as an individual and like the content I put out. This is just kind of like an off-candid video I'm doing today, this evening, because I just want to share some stuff with you guys. It's basically small talk. If you want to hang out and hear what I have to say, that's fine. If you don't, and you're busy, you got other things to do, I understand. But and that was the take back I got from that watching that YouTube video. And another time, there was another creator that talked about how can I say it? If you have a niche, like for example, I like to do the reseller news weekends, and Let's Talk eBay. And people say, and some of these guys say, well, if that's your niche, that's what you should stick with, because if you start going on to different things, you're going to have people unsubscribe to you, and they're not going to follow your channel because you're all over the place. But I don't know. Maybe I'll change the banner again. I don't know. Maybe I'll just change it and come up with just something different. Like there are a couple creators that just put their name on the banner, and they just have like a little background in the back there, whatever it is. Where I could just talk about anything, because I don't want to be focused in on one particular thing anymore. I don't mind. I'm still going to do the reseller news and Let's Talk eBay and stuff, but I want to talk about other stuff. I want to keep the content fresh on this channel. I said it many times before, and even to the subscribers who've been with me prior, they know what I'm all about. And I want to talk about different things. I don't want to just sit there, talk about the same thing, talk about the same thing over and over again. I don't mind, like I said, reseller news. It's always going to be reseller news. I mean, because it's new stuff, new content comes out, and I'm going to keep it, the content fresh. But I'm thinking of doing something a little different. Like I said, just I'm toying around the idea. But anyway, so that's what the one subscriber said, a YouTube creator, that if you're more than, like, if you're bouncing around a lot, whatever, you may tend to lose subscribers because they're probably going to your channel for that simple reason, because you're talking about that specific topic, and that's the topic they're interested in. But if you look back at my videos, what do I got, 1,036 now, whatever, I can't believe I'm up to that much already. I know there's people out there more. I'm not saying that they're like, people say, oh, you make it sound like you got so many. There's people I know there's one person that's got like 15,000 videos. No, I'm just saying, I'm speaking on my own behalf. I can't believe I have that many, I mean, people say, well, you must know. I mean, you're creating them enough. Well, yeah, I do, but who's counting, so to speak, right? But, yeah, but anyway, I don't know. I mean, and the funny thing is, I ask sometimes, I put out there in my videos, like, I'm open for suggestions. If you guys want to share anything with me, that's fine, I mean, but it just seems like sometimes people, they don't really interact with me too much with that part. I mean, I get some nice comments. People like some of the videos I do, like the demo videos, how-to videos, whatever. And I'll get some comments on there. Hey, thank you, I appreciate it. It was very helpful and stuff like that. Now, I do get nice comments, don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to look for other stuff to do with this here. And, I got to say one thing, honestly. Doing videos, this and getting involved with this type of lifestyle, doing, YouTube, being a YouTube creator, which I consider myself, and, on a full-time basis, and also doing eBay on a full-time basis. I mean, you have family around you, but for the most part, that's your gig, that's your thing. In some cases, family's not going to always be involved. They're not going to really be involved with you, like in always. Well, that's your thing. It's just like if there was a person, like let's say, you have a girlfriend or a wife that's into running or jogging or whatever, and that's their thing. That's what they want to do. You might not be, you might not assimilate to that, but that's what they want to do. That's their thing. This is my thing, and I want to do this here, and I want to be successful at it. And yes, would I like to turn it into a full-time? Well, I mean, doing it full-time, but would I like to make a comfortable living off it? Sure, I would. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to do it? But I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to keep doing what I have to do. And I just hope this channel will grow. And like I said again, it's not an easy road to travel doing this here. Even eBay too. eBay's not easy. I made some sales today. I'm waiting for one person to pay. I'm selling some clothes, and I sold a Keurig coffee maker I put up there a couple days ago, and believe it or not, they got watches on it. It was the red one that sold. I don't know if you guys watched that video prior. And I had the three. They had the black one, the red one, and the yellow one. And the red one sold today. The yellow Keurig coffee maker has 6 watches on it, and the black coffee maker, that only has 1 watch on it so far. But I went in there, tweaked it a little. I went to watchcount.com and I typed in Keurig coffee maker, and I wanted to see who came up on the top. And yes, I jumped right to the first one who had the most watches on there. And yes, I did copy the title, tweaked it around a little to get me higher up in search. A while back, I was doing a resale. I don't know if it was this week or the past week, whatever. I think it was on one of those e-commerce sites, one of those sites, that they said, a seller said this here, that they think, well, according to them, they feel that eBay hides some of their items. It says, I think the title was, does eBay hide my sales, or is eBay hiding my sales, or turn sales on and off, something like that. I don't, eBay is a selling platform, and I'm very biased on this. I'm not going to, get into this here. I'm not going to sit there and start, badmouth. I don't badmouth eBay. I'm not going to badmouth them. I mean, to be honest with you, if there are things that they do that upsets me, I will share with you guys that I say, hey, look, this is what eBay did. I'm not happy with it, whatever. But for the most part, somebody else brought this up once before, and eBay's not going to do something like that, folks. They're not gonna do stuff like that because I can't say I don't work for eBay, but I can't see a big company like that doing that because we're like their bread and butter too. The sellers and buyers. Without us being there, there ain't no eBay. You know what I'm saying? Without us, there's no eBay. So I don't know if that person had inside information, like in other words, well, they said, maybe they got it right from the horse's mouth. Oh, this is what eBay does. This is what they do. They hide your listings and stuff like that. They turn them on and off. I don't know. I can't really say. The only thing I say in a case like that, if a person does find something along that line where their sales are really super stagnant, do your own research and try to change things around. Like I said, I with that one Keurig coffee pot, the black one, I noticed there's only one watcher. And I said to myself, how come the other one's got 6? All right, now they come in colors. I didn't, when I started getting involved with them there, I didn't realize they come in all colors. I always thought they were just black coffee makers, and that's all they sold. I didn't know they have red, green, blue, whatever, or purple. I didn't know they had all those different colors, which is pretty cool, but I didn't know all that there. But, when I started looking at it, I said to myself, geez, the other one's got the yellow one. It's got 6 watches on this. Mine's only got 1. So that's when I started doing my own research. Now, am I going to say because one has more watches than the other, eBay's turning it off? It can't be. Why would they do that? Like I said again, that's their business. If they did that enough to people, and people caught on to it, that was the case, which it ain't. And don't hold me to it. I'm not saying it is, but don't you think people would drop off if they started hearing it? They're like, I'm not going to do that. You see what eBay does? They ain't doing stuff like that. I don't believe they are. And I'm not. People may think, well, what are you, an advocate for eBay? Or do you sticking up for them? No, I'm not. Well, listen. You call me an advocate, whatever you want. But the thing is, when they're right, when someone's right, they're right. I'll stand by you. You know what I'm saying? If you're wrong, you're wrong. But for the most part, I can't say anything really bad about eBay. They've been very helpful to me in the past with certain things. Like I said, when it came to certain issues I did have, they had my back. Same thing with PayPal. So I really can't say anything bad about them. The teammates are pretty good. Their customer service I find to be pretty good. I had no problem with either or PayPal or eBay. So for me, I don't really have anything to say. I don't have nothing really bad to say about them. But it is what it is. I don't know. But anyway, what else I want to talk to you about? Oh yeah, so today I went to my local thrift store and I had to get away. I had to break away from here. That's another reason why I didn't get a chance to do the reselling news. I went to the local thrift store today because I had 25% off. And tomorrow's Friday. Check this out. They're going to have 50% off. So, and now people are questioning, are you going to go? I probably will. 50% off and see what they have. I don't know. Sometimes, even though they in the past they had 50% off sales, and I would walk in and walk out because there was nothing there I seen. And you say, geez, and you really want to take advantage of it too, especially if they're putting out items that you really like. That would be a good thing. Let me show you something I got here. Well, anyway, this little Boulevard watch. It's a woman's watch. I don't know, my webcam's all messed up. For some reason, it's not coming. It's blurry. Isn't that blurry, folks? I think it's time for a new webcam. I don't know. It's an HP. Anyway, this is a Boulevard watch. It's a little small. I measured it. Well, the circumference is about 5 inches in circumference. So the person had it, a woman or girl, whatever, had a small wrist. Then again, I don't know, whatever. I have a small wrist myself. But anyway, I'm not going to wear it. I got to watch that. But anyway, we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to put that up on eBay and see where that goes. I don't know. I've been looking at the price of these things here for Boulevard watches. This is vintage. It's a wind-up watch. I see them going for all different prices, $200, $300. I don't know what I'm going to put this price point on. I got to do research on it. If I put too high of a price on it, people might say, I'm not buying off of this guy. This guy's crazy, So I don't know what the price is going to be on that. Let me get my pad out of here. I picked up this before. Let me move this here. I'm going to get this over here for a second. I'm going to have to hold it because I don't want to move my webcam down. Then it's going to position on my table and stuff. So what I'm going to do is just make my glasses so I don't crack them. I'll show you what I picked up really quick. I picked up a USB cable, so you know what this goes for, most likely. And this is going to be included with it. I picked up a nice printer. It's an HP OfficeJet printer. I'm going to hold it up. It's heavy, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have this as a what do you call it there? As a local pickup. I might put shipping and local pickup. This way people want to come pick it up. I don't know the weight of it. I got to weigh it up. But this is what it is. And let me tell you something. To be honest with you, this printer is like brand spanking new. I mean, I know my printers. I've been around enough printers. You know, I was in the IT field and stuff like that. I know when we used to get brand new printers, when we opened them up and stuff like that. This thing's like brand new. I don't think it was ever used, to be honest with you. I have a test sheet in here that I didn't, you know, to test it out in the store. And you can see the ink levels on it pretty good. I don't think this thing was ever used much. I had to test. And usually when you do the status test on it, which I'm going to find out because I want to get a page count, I want to see how many. I don't think it has it on here. They usually tell you how many page, like a page count on here. The model, hold up, model number, service ID, duplex, connectivity, fax settings. I'm trying to see where it says if it has a page count. It usually has a page count in there. Oh yeah, total pages printed, 38. This is brand new. And look at the ink levels. They're pretty new. The ink levels are pretty good. Okay? So, total pages right here. I don't know if you can see that, guys. Can you see it? Where is it? Well, you can look for it. I can't look over here. It's around here somewhere. It'll say pages, page count 38. It's around here. Something around here. Okay? So, this printer, that paper goes along with this printer. It's almost like brand new. Let me just show you really quick. I'm going to be doing a demo on this, too. So, if you guys are interested, check it out. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing it. All right, I'm going to do a demo. I'm definitely going to do a demo on it. You know, at first I said to myself, I'm not going to keep doing too many demo videos because it might turn people off, my subscribers. But, folks, for those who are new and the prior, this is what got me started on YouTube. So, you know, if you don't like demo videos, then you might not want to watch it. That's up to you. But the demo video, I'm just going to talk about the condition. I'm going to show you it works. I'm going to go through the whole 9 yards with it. And that's basically what I'm going to do. But anyway, let me show you what it is. This is the printer. This is it right here. And this printer here is, I have to hold it out because I can move my webcam down, but then I'll knock it out of sync here, whatever, out of whack here. This is a nice printer. It's really clean. It's even got the label on it on the front there, as you can see. See, start. And of course, if you get it, it's not warranted. That's, I don't know when this thing came out, but everything is pretty intact. To be honest with you, I have the HP 7520, which is nice. That's a nice print. It's got a bigger screen. This here is all touch screen. This is the touch screen. You're going to see the demo tomorrow if you want to tune into it. If you're interested in this printer. This here has all of the features, the bells and whistles on it. It's web enabled. See all the things there? It's got the web enabled. It comes with the electric cord, of course. Yeah, this is like brand new. When I opened it up and I looked in here, I said, this printer was hardly used. It's got to be it's a little dusty in here, but I don't think this print. And you might say, well, why would anybody buy a printer and not use it? Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they got tired of it. Maybe, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I know is this, out of all the printers I sold, and I sold quite a few printers, this printer inside and out, I'm going to show all that tomorrow. It's too dark in here to do it now. This printer inside and out is clean. And I mean clean. And if you guys are interested, if you're interested in a nice printer, this is the HP OfficeJet Pro. Keep that in mind. 6830. It prints, fax, scan, copies, and web. That means it's wireless, just like mine. The HP 7520 printer I have is wireless. This is wireless. This is, as far as I know, I'm quite sure it's wireless. Well, it says web, but I have to find out. Let me do a little read. Hold up on the wireless part there. But I'll let you know tomorrow. You'll get a full thing on tomorrow. I just picked this up, so you got to give me a little time to do the research. But if it's like that one there, this may be a wireless printer. Like, in other words, you can print wireless with it. Really nice printer. I'm going to do the demo. I'm going to do it right over here on my desk. And yeah, if you guys are interested, you can see it. I'm also including. It's almost this cord, this USB cord almost matches the same color. It's like a dark gray and black. It's like that there. You're going to get the USB cord with it. However, there is not going to be a user manual or software. I got to say one thing though, in regards to doing these when it comes to printers like this here. If you are using a Windows operating system, Windows 10. I don't know what it is. I think they must have default settings in there for these printers, but it automatically connects. And I'm going to do the whole thing, the whole 9 yards tomorrow. So if you guys want to tune in, I don't know. It's not going to be a live thing. I'm going to do a video and then I'll just put up there, I'll put up there HP OfficeJet Pro demo. and you guys can check it out for yourself. But I'm gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna show you where to get the if you need a user's manual. I do not print them out, and if you do need the being it doesn't have software with it. Now, if you might say, if it was brand new, where's the software? Look, you can't get everything with it, but I'm telling you, it's brand new. You'll see what I'm talking about. You can get the software downloaded off the HP's website. And I know this for a fact because I've sold many printers. I did sell quite a few printers in my day and computers. And believe me, you can get that information off there. I'm going to show you the whole thing. I'll walk you through it right from from step one to right on. So if you guys are interested in this printer, HPs are nice. I have two HP printers. I have an HP 75. No, P. It's the HP LaserJet P2050 DN or something like that, 2055 DN, and I got the HP 7520 prints, an all-in-one color printer. To be honest with you, I like both of them. I was thinking, oh, maybe I could trade this, sell that one and keep this one. But this is really super clear. I mean, clean. It's really nice. The only thing is though, the LED screen is this big, where on the 7520 it's about this big, 7520. So if you ever look them up, you'll know what I'm talking about. I tested that in the store. Works good. So if you guys are interested in it, that's what I picked up. I'm going to try to do this in the morning because if I'm going to go to the thrift store, I would like to get there when they first open up because that's when all the goodies come out. They put out. That when you go to the thrift stores, at least the ones I go to over here in New York, they're constantly bringing stuff out. I was there before. I went later on around 7 o'clock because they close at 8 o'clock. So I figured, let me get out of here for a little bit. So when I went there, and I'm looking in the back where the room is, where they get the stuff, that place is filled from top to bottom. I mean, it literally goes up to the ceiling. I don't know how those guys do it. I mean, and they got to price them and log them into the computers. I mean, they got quite a few people working back there doing all that stuff, to be honest with you. But man, if I had something like that there, I'd go star crazy. I wouldn't know. Well, they got to keep inventory and stuff like that. Because they got to, for tax purposes and everything, But holy jeez, when I look at all that stuff back there, and a lot of the good stuff usually comes out in the morning. So I always, when I go to thrift stores, the first thing I do when I go there, that particular one, I go right to electronics. I go straight to electronics because that's where I got this print. And that's where I picked this bad boy up. And the only thing is with these type of printers though, I just want to share this with you guys. When they have a fixed tray like this here, let me just show you one more time here. I'll pick it up really quick. I don't want to break this thing here. Watch on the God forbid breaking. See like that tray? That tray doesn't come out. It's fixed. I mean, it extends, but it doesn't come out. That it comes out to put the paper in there, but it doesn't. This whole piece, this whole thing doesn't come out. It doesn't. So the whole thing don't come out. This is a little challenge when you're putting it in a box because when I'm shipping this thing, I usually wrap them in cardboard and stuff, and I got to leave enough here to for play. You got to be very careful that these don't get damaged. But when I send printers out like this here, they're pretty well packaged. But I'm going to show you everything from start to finish with that. So if you guys are interested in that printer, check it out if you get a chance. Listen, it is getting late. Maybe I'll do for another cup of coffee because I got some stuff I got to do. I don't want to just go turn in. I don't go to sleep till like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. But sometimes this does take a toll on you. I'll be honest with you. When I was watching other YouTube creators, the ones that are pretty successful have a lot of subscribers. They'll talk about sometimes, people get burnt out from this here. I have to honestly say, since the time I've been doing this basically on a full time, and you want to make a commitment to get your stuff out there, your videos out there, because especially if you're doing daily vlogging, people, especially if they're, dedicated or diehard subscribers, they may want to know what you're doing out there. You subscribe, where's this videos you said you do on a daily basis. And sometimes, folks, believe it or not, things will happen like that where I can't always get to do a video, and I apologize for that. I really do, because like I said, sometimes things turn up throughout the course of the day, and I might not have the opportunity to always do that, and I do apologize. I really do. For the most part, I try to do the best I can with getting videos out on a daily basis. The reseller news, that should be done on a daily basis. Right now, I'm just winging this video out there, folks. This is just like a hangout video, if you want to call it that. I'm just sharing stuff with you. Like if you were here talking to me, it's like pretend we're in a coffee shop. We're sitting down, we're at a local Dunkin' Donuts, and we're just talking, and you're asking me, hey, Rich, how did your day go? What did you do? And that's basically what this is all about. It's a very informal, video. But I want to share it with you guys. I just want to share this information with you guys. And like I was saying earlier, for those who do know what I'm talking about, for the YouTube creators out there, this is. It sounds crazy what I'm about to say, but it is a very lonely life. It really is. I mean, outside of people say, well, wait, you have family, don't you hang out? Well, when your kids are older, they go out, wife goes out, people do different things. It's a whole different ballgame because, like I said again, this is your game, this is your thing, and not everybody's going to be into your little world here. So, it is. It's very lonely. It's a very lonely world. I mean, if you need help, like if I need help with shipping and stuff like that, yeah, people help me, kids, family help me out and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's very lonely. And I can see why people do YouTube videos. Some people just, like me, they're doing a video like this here just to interact. They want to talk to people out there, and hopefully they respond, they'll get responses from comments. People say, hey, what's this going on? What are you doing? Why, whatever. It's just another form of interaction, But the only thing is, though, you're doing this on a global spectrum. I mean, you're out there in the world, the whole world could see your videos, But it's a very lonely. It's a very lonely world when you're in your own little world doing this stuff. It is, and sometimes it could become stressful, no doubt about it. Doing this in eBay, to be honest with you, the only thing that would impede me from not doing my videos is if I got glutted down with a whole bunch of orders from eBay, and that's very unlikely to happen. I'm not saying it can't happen, but very unlikely it would. That would be a problem because there's only so many hours in a day, right? That's why people say there's only 8 hours in a day. But when you're doing this here, I find it to be 13 hours a day, 16 hours a day. Sometimes I'm up to 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up sometimes 6:30, between 6:30 and 7. And I don't go to sleep till like 12:30, 1 o'clock, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning. The latest I ever went to bed was 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said, that's it. I'm turning this thing off. I'm going to sleep. Can't do all the research because not only do you do research on your eBay, then you're trying to do research on how to make better videos, how to get your videos up in search rankings and stuff like that. People to rank them higher or become, you want them to become recommended. It's a lot. It's a lot, folks. And it does take a lot out of you. And a lot of creators will tell you, just to leave this with you, and the clock is going off, or it's going on 9:30 now. They'll tell you it's not easy. It's not that easy. It's pretty hard, to be honest with you. But listen, don't let that discourage you. Anything you want in this life, you're gonna have to, work at it. No doubt about it. What's they say? The people like to travel the path of least resistance, or something like that, or the road to least resistance. It's something along that line. Don't give up on your dreams. That's number one. Never give up on your dreams, no matter what anybody tells you. You're going to hear people. They're going to be naysayers out there. Oh, you're going to do that, this, that, and the other thing. It's like one person was saying left on a blog post. Oh, my son is going to college. I want my son to go to college, but he wants to do YouTube so bad. And then he was asking questions. What should I do? How do I do this? Well, one person said, well, it's good to have him go to college. At least have him finish college, and then do eBay on the side. But then again, another comment came in and said, well, if he wants to do YouTube, let him do the YouTube. If that's what he really enjoys doing. Because let's face the facts. In life, I worked with people in my younger years, in my teenage years, when I graduated high school. Because I picked up a job to put money in my pocket and help me get through school. I worked with people that had bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and they're working right alongside me. And I'm saying, what did you do for a living? Oh, I have a master's degree in finance. What are you doing here? What are you working here with a minimum job? I can understand me. I just got out of high school. I'm trying to get a job just to get, to pay for my college and stuff like that, my schooling. But what are you doing here, with a master's degree in finance, don't you? Oh, I found that's not what I want. Another guy had an engineering degree. That's not what I want to do. So they spent $60,000, $70,000 on college, and they're doing something totally different. They're doing something totally different. So all I could say is, in a case like that, now people say, well, if your kid said, hey, Dad, I want to do YouTube. I want to pursue a career in YouTube. I want to do that there because people are doing it. They're making money and stuff like that, this, that, and the other thing. I myself am all for education. I'll be the first to tell you. I would be the first. I'm all in for all education. Would I want my kids to go to school, to college, to get degrees? Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not saying now there are a lot of successful YouTube creators, and There's one creator that told a story that his parents wanted him to go to college, pursue college, but he chose the YouTube road. Okay, and this person is very successful, millions and millions of subscribers, and doing very well. Okay, probably, most likely, I would have to honestly say, looking at the revenue stream that this person is bringing in, I don't think no college degree would bring that kind of money in. Now, I'm not trying to discourage college, by no means. Okay, I'm just trying to say this person, instead of going to college, they choose to pursue a career in YouTube. And let's face the facts, folks. You and I, whoever, we watch these people and we know it's successful ones. You wouldn't mind having a lifestyle like that. I'm not into the traveling part. If I became successful, oh, like when you hear these YouTube creators, yeah, I do this, that. I travel all over the world. I go here and there. No, that's not my gig. If I became successful like that, yeah, you say, well, you upgrade, you get a nice, maybe a bigger house, whatever. Car-wise, I don't need to drive around a Lamborghini or Ferrari. I don't need a mansion, a 50-room mansion. I want enough money to live comfortable, to provide for my family and stuff like that. But I don't need all that. I'm not interested in traveling around the world. I'm not really a traveler. To me, that stuff never really, I never really cared about it. And people might think, well, that's kind of weird. It's not weird. It's not for me. I don't care for that stuff. I don't really care about traveling right just yet. I mean, I traveled before. I've been on airplanes and went on cruises and stuff like that. I know what it's like to travel, but I'm not one to sit there and say I'm going to be a jet setter and I'm going to fly here, there, and everywhere. Oh, I'm going to have breakfast in Paris this morning or dinner in Paris, and then I'm going to stay there for a day or two. I'm going to fly over here. I'm going to go. I'm not that stuff doesn't really do nothing for me, But that's me. That's my personal take on it. Other people would sit there and say, geez, if I was successful and I was making millions of dollars, I'd go all over the globe. All right, well, different strokes for different folks. Plain and simple. That's the way it is. You got to do what's right for you. When my kids were going to college, we would sit them down and talk about what interests do you have? What are you pointing into? What direction you want to point into? And then you would tell them, and you try to advise your kids and say, listen, college is expensive. Don't make a mistake. Because I've been and I told my kids too, not to upset them or anything, but I told them, I said, I work with people that went to college and they're doing something totally different than what they went to school for, and they're carrying that student loan. So you spent $60,000, $70,000 on a degree, a bachelor's degree or whatever, master's degree, whatever it is, and you're doing something totally. So not to say the education, so you wasted your time, you still had the education and you still had that bachelor's degree, which is good. But if you're going to do something totally different, that kind of like eradicates the whole thinking thing here, because like, what's the purpose of that? Try to find what you want, what your dreams and passions are. Like, in other words, if you're a person that, I don't know, like I said again, maybe you like to build things. If you're going to go to college, go to school for an architect. Be an architect. Go to school for architecture. Where you want to design buildings, build them, stuff like that. But if that's the thing you like to do, then stick with it. Go to college for that. Well, you have to go to college for that because you got to know all that there, right? You're dealing with structure. You need to know the steel, the tensile strength, and all that stuff there. And you're working with a lot of formulas and stuff like that. There's a lot of mathematics involved with that stuff there. So you gotta know what you're doing for. You gotta know what your niche is. What you like to do. But to just say I'm gonna go to college for the heck of it, and then you get out. And I know people like that, folks. They go to college and they're doing something totally different. It's a shame, and they spend all that money and then they're working at a job that supposedly they like better than what they were going to college for, but now they're stuck with a student loan. And those loans, if I understand, those loans ain't forgiven. Those you got to pay, unless you get a scholarship or you have rich mommy and daddy that's going to pay it off for you. And most likely, in most cases, I work with people where they're saying, well, yeah, I went to school for this, but now I'm doing this job here, so I've still got a student loan. I worked with people, my last job like that. Person had a $67,000 student loan. He had an MBA, but he's doing basically what he wants to do, but he's still got that big debt load over him, hanging over his head. So, when it comes to college, really think it out. Don't just jump into say, well, this is what I'm going to college for. I'm going to go to school for this. Because let me tell you something, if you change your mind, you're going to have a big debt load there. Again, if you have wealthy parents and they pay the whole school tuition, well, then you're lucky. Not everybody's lucky. I went to school, I had to pay my own tuition. So, but I don't mind. You know, it didn't bother me. I mean, I did what I had to do, worked a full-time job, went to school at night, part-time. What am I going to do? That's just the way it was. But anyway, listen, it is getting late. It's going on 10 o'clock over here. Like I said, this is just an informal video. It's just like it's a chat. It's like a chat video. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a collaboration, but only I'm collaborating by myself here with the webcam here. I don't have anybody to collaborate with on a webcam. Yeah, if you guys like any of the videos, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And again, if you want to be updated as to when I post out new videos, don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. I do post video. I know it sounds crazy what I'm about to say. I do post videos on a daily basis, and there may be times, you know, for unscrupulous reasons that I may not be able to, but for the most part, I do post videos on a daily basis. I would have had a video yesterday, but like I said again, I had that problem with with my Filmora losing all my files, and well, thank God they were backed up, but boy. So right now I'm shooting this. I'm going to be creating this video here on Filmora 9.2 version. Yeah, if you guys never tried it, it's good. I know people say, well, wait, you just told me you lost media files. I know it's an older version. Maybe it was a little glitchy. I don't know. And I'm not putting Filmora down. I love Filmora. I do. Filmora even has the Pro, but I'm not going to buy the Filmora Pro. Filmora 9, and I still, like I said again, in conjunction with Filmora 8.76 and this one here, I use them both. But I also use CyberLink Power Director 14 too. So I use that one on occasion too. I love them. I love them both. Actually, I love all three of them. I love the two Filmoras, and I love my CyberLink Power Director. I think they're great. They're all great video editing softwares. And one day I will do a video on that there and show you how I do. I think I showed you once before, but I want to get a little more into it and show you the other videos, well, the other video editing software I have, and just show you how I interact with both of them. So you know, be on the lookout for that. When that'll come out, I don't know. I can't say for sure. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Thanks for sticking around, for hearing me out here. You know, like I said again, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to check my video out. Like I said again, if you do like my videos, you know, please share, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon if you want to be updated. And if you got any ideas that you want to, you know, share with me, you know, to maybe help me build my channel now, or maybe you could tell me ways to improve it. You know, or things you want to hear me talk about, please do. Drop it in a comment below. Look, as long as they're nice comments, I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem whatsoever. So please do. Please check it out. And tomorrow, like I said again, tomorrow, if you guys are interested in this printer here, I will be doing a demo video on that there from start to finish. I can't say it's going to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It depends. You know, how fast I could do it, because I do like to talk about the conditions, so on and so forth. But that video shouldn't be too long. I'm just going to kind of walk through it really quick, try to anyway, explain a little, and you know, and that's it. Hopefully, you know, you guys will get a takeaway from it. If you are interested in that printer, it'll be up on eBay. Hopefully tomorrow it will be on eBay. Yeah, because I got to take pictures. I'm charging my cameras right now, both of them, my video camera and my digital still camera, because I'm going to take some pictures, and I think the batteries are going a little low on both of those cameras. So yeah, I need to do that there, charge them up. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that. All right, let me let you guys go. Have a great night. Rich Pasini signing off. Until the next time, bye-bye for now.